this video, we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator. You need to remember that the denominator is the bottom number of a fraction, as shown here, and it tells us how many equal parts there are all together in the fraction. At the top, we have the numerator. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward to add and subtract fractions when the numbers on the bottom are the same, the denominators. And we can get questions like this written as a calculation. 2 ninths plus 5 ninths equals 7 ninths. And you will notice that the denominator does not change. It does not change in my answer either. My numerators, however, do, and those are the parts that I'm adding. I can also get questions that look like this. So I've got here 7/8 shaded, and my question's asking me to subtract 5/8. So 7/8 subtract 5/8 equals 2/8. 7 take away 5 is 2. My denominator remains as 8 because the amount of pieces altogether doesn't change. Okay, let's have a look at some examples together then now. So, as you can see here, I've got 2/6 plus 2/6. Okay, and I know that that is going to equal 4/6. So if we have a look at my label diagrams here, I've got 2/6 plus another 2/6, and then I'm going to count them all up together. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 pieces. So my numerator is 4 and the denominator still stays the same as 6. Okay, let's have a look at this example then. So I've got 4/5 subtract 3/5 this time. So, as you can see here, I've got 4/5. I've taken away 3 of the fifths, which has now left me with 1/5. Notice how my numerator has changed, but my denominator has stayed the same. Okay, another subtraction one down here then. 5/6, take away 2/6. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got 5/6. I've taken away 2 of the 6, which has left me with 1, 2, 3 out of 6 pieces in total. So my answer is 3/6. And the last one then, an addition one, we've got 1/8 plus 4/8. So if I show you here, 1/8 plus 4/8, add them together, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 8. 5 pieces are now shaded. I've still got 8 all together. Okay, right then. Here's some for you to try, so you may want to pause the video now and have a look. Right then, okay. Let's see the answers that you should have got. So, 2/7 plus 3/7 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sevenths. I've got the same amount in total, so my denominator's not going to change. Looking over here then, this is a subtraction one. So I've got 8/8, which is the same as a whole. Subtract 7 of the 8s leaves me with 1/8. Okay, let's have a look at this one down here then. So, working with 12ths this time, I've got 12 pieces all together. So, 2/12 plus 8/12 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 twelfths. Okay, and finally, looking at this subtraction one then, so I'm working in ninths. I've got 9 pieces in total, and I want to do 7 ninths, take away 5 ninths, which leaves me with 2 ninths. So 7 ninths take away 5 ninths is 2 ninths. Okay, number 1, 6 sevenths subtract 3 sevenths. So I know that my denominator is going to stay the same. We are working in sevenths. The total amount of pieces isn't going to change, but my numerator is. So 6 take away 3 is 3. So my answer is 3 sevenths. Let's have a look at number 2. This time I'm working in eighths. So 3 eighths plus 3 eighths. I know that 3 plus 3 is 6. My total is going to stay the same. So 6 eighths. Number 3. 3 quarters take away 1 quarter. Well, I know that 3 take away 1 is 2. I'm still working in quarters, so my answer is 2 quarters. Number 4. 3 tenths plus 5 tenths. Well, 3 plus 5 is 8, and my denominator is not going to change. I've still got 10 parts if this was a diagram, so my denominator is still 10, so 8 tenths. Okay, 7 twelfths subtract 4 twelfths. So 7 subtract 4 is 3. My denominator is not going to change, so my answer is 3 twelfths. And finally, 3 sevenths plus 3 sevenths. Well, I know that my numerator is going to become 6 and my denominator is going to remain at 7. So the answer is 6 sevenths. Okay, I'd like you to have a go at these now, so you may want to pause the video whilst you do so. Let's have a look at your answers then. So, number 1, we're staying in tenths. 1 tenth plus 7 tenths is going to be 8 tenths. 1 plus 7 is 8. And my denominator stays the same. Number 2, 1/5 plus 1/5 is 2 fifths. Number 3, 2 ninths plus 2 ninths is 4 ninths. Number 4, 1 12th plus 2 twelfths. Well, 1 plus 2 is 3 over 12. 3 twelfths is my answer. Number 5, 2 ninths plus 3 ninths is 5 ninths. On to some subtractions then. Number 6, 6 sevenths take away 2 sevenths is 4 sevenths. Number 7, 8 elevenths take away 6 elevenths is 2 elevenths. Number 8, 2 quarters take away a quarter is 1 quarter. Okay, so 2 quarters make half, and half is the same as 2 quarters. Okay, number 9, 10 twelfths subtract 8 twelfths is 2 twelfths. And number 10, 2 sixths take away 1 sixth is 1 sixth.